I thank the gentleman. Madam Speaker, I rise in support of H.R. 5376, Build Back Better Act. By passing this landmark legislation, House Democrats are making lasting investments in the American people, our infrastructure, lowering taxes for families, working families across this country. It fights inflation. It's fully paid for. We accomplish this by making sure big corporations and the wealthiest pay their fair share, all while creating hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs that don't require a college degree. It's no wonder why this bill is popular with a strong majority of Americans and very unpopular with the Republican minority. As chair of the Transportation Infrastructure Committee, I'm particularly proud Build Back Better Act will provide a vital down payment against the fight of climate change. Transportation sector is the largest source of carbon pollution. Important investments in this committee and others included this bill to decarbonize transportation will address the climate crisis with the urgency it deserves, something I've been pushing for a long time. $40 billion from the T&I Committee, climate investments reducing carbon emissions from surface transportation, aviation, ports, public buildings, ensure critical transportation connections to affordable housing, reconnect bisected neighborhoods, robustly fund high-speed rail, supply ports as they struggle with the supply chain crisis, and ensure climate resilient and affordable investments in our wastewater. For working families, the Build Back Better Act will provide universal pre-K, child care, lower health care costs, and establish a permanent program of 4 weeks paid family medical leave. It makes historic investments in housing, includes provisions to afford affordable pricing for certain prescription drugs. This legislation includes investments in tax enforcement to catch the tax cheats, the wealthiest tax cheats in America. Again, the Republicans don't much like that part of the bill. It should be clear the Build Back Better Act will lower costs for families, put money back in the pockets of hardworking Americans, create hundreds of thousands of family wage jobs, and good benefits. By passing this bill along with the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, we are truly catapulting America into the modern era, making the largest investments in climate change in American history. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation. I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Texas.